Welcome. We are facing the challenge of reach at Braham Rishi Vyas path so that we can be acquiring the values of ancient wisdom research methodology. Today, in continuity of our previous session to reach of the ancient wisdom research methodology, we will be taking a second step for this reach. The first step has been the step parallel to the format of enlightenment path. The enlightenment path has been of the values of enlightenment of the Creator Himself, Lord Brahma, Creator the Supreme, a four-headed Lord, meditates for transcendental grace within cavity of his own heart at the seat of the transcendental Lord. Within cavity of the heart of Lord Brahma is a transcendental seat of Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma meditates upon Lord Shiva at a transcendental seat within cavity of the heart of Lord Brahma, and in the process Lord Brahma is bestowed transcendental grace by the transcendental Lord. As a result of it, Lord Brahma multiplies as 10 Brahmas. It is this transcendental grace which, of its transcendental values, takes a step further from transcendental domain to the origin of the transcendental domain. It is a reach from Lord Shiva as a father to Lord Skanda, the son of the transcendental Lord. This value of the transcendental grace, which of its own takes from transcendental father Lord Shiva to transcendental son Lord Skanda, and Lord Skanda as a son, Lord Shiva as father, and Goddess Durga as the transcendental mother makes a transcendental family. It is this transcendental grace of the transcendental family upon Creator which of its own potentializes the process of enlightenment, and there happens to be a reach at the self-referred Lord Golok Vishnu Lok presided by Lord Vishnu. It is this format, it is compactified format of three folds which takes sequentially Creator Lord Brahma to Lord Shiva, and a step ahead there is a reach to Lord Vishnu. This is a format which is collectively designated as Trimurti. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu together constitute Trimurti. Therefore, the first value of the ancient wisdom research methodology along Braham Rishi Vyas path has been a reach to the domain of a Trimurti. Our Vishwa, the created word, is Triloki. Therefore, sadhakas fulfilled with the intensity of urge for ancient wisdom research methodology along Braham Rishi Vyas path, in fact, are imbibing the values of a reach for Triloki into Trimurti domain. Therefore, our three space, our physical matter as it is being searched for, reached at its transcendental values as of the format of a 4 space, real 4 space presided by Lord Brahma, real 5 space presided by the transcendental Lord Shiva, and 6 space presided by Lord Vishnu. Triloki 2-3 Murti, 3 space as 1 space, 2 space and 3 space together as Triloki, 2-3 Murti as 4 space, 5 space and 6 space is the reach. Today in continuity, we are at the second phase of reach at the ancient wisdom research methodology of Braham Rishi Vyas path. And this is a chase of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe. We can take that at the previous stage we have reached for Triloki at a Trimurti domain, means we have reached from 1, 2 and 3 spaces together as Triloki to 4, 5 and 6 spaces as Trimurti. Therefore, in the first step, our reach is going to be a reach up till 6 space. So from 3 space, our physical matter space, our physical world of linear order, a space within a dimensional frame of 3 linear dimension. As a starting point, we are reaching at a 6 space. Now this 6 space is a space presided by Lord Vishnu, and we know that Lord Vishnu is a reach started with 4 space as presided by Lord Brahma of 4 heads with pair of eyes in each head. From here we reached at 5 space, a space of Lord Shiva, 5-head Lord with 3 eyes in each head, and step ahead we reached at 6 space, a space of 6 dimensions, Lord Vishnu with 4 eyes in each head. Therefore, our reach as such in the first phase is of the format, values and features, which takes us to 6 space of 4 space in the role of a dimension. Means Lord Brahma is now in the role of a dimension of the Vishnu Lok. It is this feature from where in continuity we are picking up the thread of the chase of the values, features of the format of ancient wisdom research methodology along Braham Rishi Vyas path. Therefore, when we start with 6 space, means Lord Vishnu, 6 heads, and each head is equipped with quadruple eyes. As such, this is a format of 24 eyes, 6 dimensions, 6 heads with 4 space as dimension, means quadruple eyes, 4 eyes in each head. It is here up till which we had reached in the first chase step. So Braham Rishi Vyas path in its first phase of the ancient wisdom research methodology has taken us a reach for chase of 3 space up in a 6 space. Triloki to Trimurti has been the attainment of the first phase. Now we are picking up the thread further as the second phase of the ancient wisdom research methodology. The Braham Rishi Vyas path is of the enlightenment that we have to chase the existence phenomenon of our solar universe. That means sadhakas fulfilled with the intensity of urge to be parallel to the ancient wisdom chase format. They have to view the existence phenomenon in its entirety as our solar universe. Solar universe as such is to be taken as a single integrated domain. The single integrated domain to be chased by the sadhakas for the ancient wisdom bliss imbibing is going to be that we have to explore our solar universe as a single integrated domain. Therefore, the Vedic systems, Vedic knowledge, Vedic mathematics, Vedic sciences, Vedic technologies are approached by Vyas while organizing Vedic knowledge as Vedas. The approach has been that the entire range of knowledge is to be taken as a single discipline. At present, we are dividing the knowledge into different compartments as different disciplines or as different subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, and so on. However, the organization format of Maharishi Vyas has been that the entire domain of knowledge, the entire range of knowledge, total values of knowledge, all features of knowledge are to be taken as a single integrated discipline of knowledge. Therefore, the knowledge as such is being taken as a discipline. Vedas are approaching knowledge as a single discipline. The present day compartmental approach is a fragmented approach to knowledge, while we are approaching it as physics, mathematics, medicine, biology, and so on. However, Veda's concept, Veda's approach, Vedic format is a format which takes knowledge as a single integrated domain. There is no division in between. Knowledge is a knowledge from the first starting value to the end reach value. Entire range of knowledge is a single discipline. Knowledge in itself is a discipline. Knowledge in itself is a domain. It is this domain which is being chased along Braham Rishi Vyas path, and therefore sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge for ancient wisdom research methodology shall approach entire range of knowledge as a single discipline. This single discipline as a single domain, as a single subject is to be approached in terms of the enlightenment of the Creator. Therefore, we have to approach knowledge as a single integrated domain, as a single discipline, as a single subject. Entire range of values are to be pooled in one reservoir, a reservoir of a knowledge. Ved means knowledge, and Ved also means to know. So it is the knowledge and the process to know the knowledge, to reach at the knowledge, to compile the knowledge, to imbibe the knowledge, to be face to face with the knowledge. Therefore, knowledge and knowledge is the only value which is being explored, being chased by Maharishi Vyas, and the Brahma Rishi Vyas path is to be followed by the sadhakas for having ancient wisdom research. The methodology of its first phase has taken us to the enlightenment path. The enlightenment path followed by Creator Lord Brahma himself. Now, with this enlightenment, which brings a consciousness format for the intelligence field, which transits and transforms the linear progression into a spatial progression. Once we are having a mental state for the intelligence of a consciousness base, which of its own is transiting and transforming linear progression into a spatial progression. With this tool, with this intelligence processing steps, we have to chase the knowledge as a single integrated domain. Therefore, there is a reservoir of a knowledge. As a single reservoir, the entire reservoir fulfilled with as knowledge. So reservoir itself is as a knowledge. So the knowledge is to be approached in terms of intelligence having consciousness base. This would mean, for all practical terms, that we have to approach the logic of a spatial order. We have to approach the logic of a surface. Instead of the logic of a line, we have to apply the logic of a surface. This logic is the logic of a pair of eyes. Each head is to be equipped with a pair of eyes. It amounts to that surface is to play the role of a dimension. Presently, when 3 space is being approached, it is being approached in terms of triple linear dimensions, 3 lines constituting a dimensional frame. This is called a linear dimensional frame of triple dimensions. However, when we are confronted with as to how the 3 space gets split into 8 octants, or parallel to it, when cube splits into 8 subcubes, then we have a cut along the triple axis, but not along the line format, but along the surface format. As a bread is cut, soap cake is cut with a knife as a surface blade along all the triple axis, the soap splits into 8 parts. The 3 space splits into 8 octants. It would mean that we are essentially approaching axis as of spatial format. Instead of triple linear axis, we are inherently applying the transition for the format of a linear dimension as of a spatial dimension. So 3 planes as such are taken, constituting as a 3-dimensional frame. Now, this approach is the approach of a start with enlightenment equipment for our intelligence. Now, with this intelligence, then we have to approach this reservoir of knowledge as a set of the values of our solar universe. Entire solar universe is a single integrated domain. How this solar universe is existing and how there is an existence phenomenon within this solar universe. So how the life is lively as a phenomenon within the domain of our sun. Surya is the technical term. From Surya to Prithvi is our domain. Now Surya to Prithvi, if we are at Surya, then the Vedic systems reach Surya starting with the Prithvi, earth, as the first step, Apa, water, as the second step, Agni, fire, as the third step, Vayu, air, as the fourth step, Akash, space, as the fifth step, and finally we reached Surya as a sixth step. The value 6 as sixth step reach from earth to Surya to sun makes it that value 6 is the value of a Surya. It is called Surya Ank. Therefore, the sadhakas are fulfilled with intensity of urge to imbibe the values of ancient wisdom research methodology along Braham Rishi Vyas path shall take that after providing enlightenment format for the intelligence by providing it a consciousness base, we have to approach for exploration and imbibing of the values of the Vedas as a reservoir of a knowledge, being a single integrated domain of a knowledge as a single discipline. And for it, we have to take that this reservoir of knowledge is the set of the reservoir of the values of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe. This would mean that sixth space, which is the reach of the enlightenment format of Brahma Rishi Vyas path, parallel to the enlightenment of the Creator, a four-headed Lord, the presiding deity of real four space, meditates within the cavity of his own heart at a transcendental seat, the seat of Lord Shiva, the presiding deity of a five space, and from five space there is going to be a reach at the origin of a five space, and then inherently the transcendental values result into transformations as a Golok, a Vishnu Lok, a Lok presided by Lord Vishnu, a six-headed Lord, a real sixth space. Therefore, the sadhakas, while provide the enlightenment of the Brahma Rishi Vyas path for the intelligence by providing it a consciousness base, then the intelligence is being equipped, potentialized for having a chase of our solar universe as a single integrated domain. Therefore, the sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge for ancient wisdom research methodology shall approach knowledge as a single integrated domain of values and features of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe with sun as a six-space body. It is the six-space content. It is a matter of different values. Our physical matter as such is a matter of three-space qualities. From here, three-space matter, we have to reach at a four-space content. From four-space, we have to reach at five-space content. From five-space, we have to reach at a six-space content. The three-space content is a content of a space which gets framed with three linear axes. Four-space content is a content of the space which is framed within a dimensional frame of four spatial dimensions. Four planes together are constituting a dimensional frame for a four space, and the content of the four space is of values and features which are conditioned, restricted, regulated, potentialized in terms of a dimensional frame of quadruple spatial dimensions. A step ahead, there is a five-space content. Five-space content is content of a space which is framed within five solid dimensions. Five solid dimensions set is of values and features parallel to the setup of Lord Shiva's idol, an idol of five head with each head equipped with triple eyes. Therefore, we have a sequential reach from three space content as a content of a three space framed within three linear dimensions to a content of a four space is space framed within quadruple spatial dimensions. A step ahead, there is a space which is framed by five solid dimensions, and step ahead, there is a space, sixth space, a space of a sun. Our solar universe is a universe which is having manifestation of a content, six space content, which is a content of a space framed in terms of six creative dimensions. Therefore, our research methodology at this second phase is going to be of the values that we have to chase the existence phenomenon of our solar universe, means the existence phenomenon of the manifestation of the six space content. Our sun, Surya, is a six space body. The content, the material, the upadan karan of the space as a solar universe, as a six space is going to be chased. We have to chase the existence phenomenon of our solar universe, means of six space as a body of a six space content, as is the Surya, our sun. The starting point as such is going to be Surya, the sun. But this is the starting point where this chase along a manifestation in six space in terms of six space content is going to be having an ultimate reach. What is the end reach of this chase? What is going to be the end reach value of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe? What is going to be the reach for a chase in terms of a six space content? Now, this chase is going to be the chase of the eternity, chase of the Braham. The Braham, because of which there is a creation, existence, dissolution, renovation, and all the existence phenomenon happening of our solar universe. Therefore, we the sadhakas have to sit comfortably and we have to go the enlightenment path of the Creator, which will take us sequentially from the Creator's space, fourth space presided by Lord Brahma, to transcendental space, a Lord Shiva space, and then to the origin of this domain, to the domain of Lord Skanda, and to the domain of the transcendental goddess. So transcendental Lord, transcendental goddess, transcendental sun, together imbibing and making and fulfilling the reservoir of the transcendental values, which inherently is taking us to the solar universe, to a sixth space. This reach as such, that way, in continuity of the enlightenment phase of the first step of the ancient wisdom research methodology of Braham, Rishi, Vyas path, we have to have a continuity. We have to, in continuity of the enlightenment of the first step, we have to pick up the thread and we have to proceed ahead. This starting point with six space, in terms of six space content, our processing along Braham, Rishi, Vyas path is going to be up till the Braham. So, Surya to Braham, sun to eternity, Surya to Braham. Braham Rishi, Vyas, well indicates that the chase of this format is to be of methodology which shall take from Surya, Sun, sixth space, our universe, to Brahm, the eternity. Now, the Braham and Surya are the terms, are the formulations, and these formulations are in Devanagari script. Therefore, a step ahead we will be learning in the next step as to how along this path the methodology is to be in terms of a speaking language mathematics of Devanagari format. But this is a step ahead. But here we can have a pause and see that the chase of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe is to be with Sun, with Surya as the starting point, and the end reach of this chase step is to be the Brahm. Therefore, we have to reach from Surya to Brahm. Sadhakas shall sit comfortably and permit the transcending mind to be in continuity of the initial first stage enlightenment of the format of the Lord Brahma, which takes to the Vishnu Lok. So reach of the enlightenment along the enlightenment path of a Creator, the Supreme, is taking us up till Surya, up till Sun, up till Golok, up till Vishnu Lok. But the chase is not to terminate here. In fact, chase is to proceed further. The enlightenment is to be in continuity of the first phase. So the second phase of the enlightenment, ancient wisdom research methodology of the second phase along Brahma Rishi Vyas path is going to be in continuity of the enlightenment of the first phase, which takes only up till sixth space, and from sixth space we have to reach ahead and we have to reach up till Brahm. So Surya to Brahm is the second phase of the enlightenment. First phase of the enlightenment is a reach from Creator's space, fourth space, to a sixth space. That means we have to reach from Earth to the Sun. So Earth to the Sun is the first phase of the enlightenment path values, and the second phase of the enlightenment path is going to be starting from the Sun, Surya as the starting point, and the end reach value of the second phase of enlightenment is of the Brahm. Now, Brahm as such is of value 28. We will coming to it that how the formulation Brahm, formulation Surya are inherently taking us along the formats of the artifices of numbers and along the dimensional frames, and as a Yoga Nishta and a Sankhya Nishta, these are complementing and supplementing each other. But for the present, at this stage, when we are trying to imbibe, when we are trying to be face to face with the second phase of research methodology of the ancient wisdom along Brahma Rishi Vyas path, then we shall take note that Maharishi Vyas is having 28 designations, 28 transcendental designations, 28 names of Maharishi Vyas are there. These 28 names, these 28 transcendental designations, these 28 formulations are the features and values of the Vedic system. The Vedic knowledge is systematized, Vedic knowledge is being organized, and this organization of the second phase is to take from value 6 to value 28. Therefore, the sadhakas fulfilled with the intensity of virtue shall sit comfortably and be specific that the first phase of enlightenment is a phase which takes us up till value 6, which is a 6 space, which is taking us 6 space content, which is taking us to Surya. So, as along the ancient wisdom research methodology format of the first phase of Braham Rishi Vyas Path, we are reaching up till Surya, up till the Vishnu Lok, up till the Sun, up till number 6, up till 6 space, and up till 6 space content. However, in continuity, this enlightenment, this second phase of the research methodology of Braham Rishi Path is to take us up till value 28. So, first phase is the phase which takes us up till value 6. The second phase is taking us up till value 28. Here we have to have a pause and take note that 6 is designated as the first perfect number. It is the first perfect number, and 28 is the second perfect number. It is here where we have to have a pause and have a glimpse of some of the prominent features of value 6 and 28, which makes them the perfect numbers. Means 6 is having 1, 2 and 3, the only proper divisors of value 6, and the summation value and the product value of these triple proper divisors of number 6 give us common equal value 6. The number 28 as well is having as many as 5 proper divisors, and the summation value of these 5 proper divisors is 28. However, the product value of these numbers is going to be 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 4, 1 into 2 gives us 2, 2 into 4 gives us 8, 8 into 7 gives us 56, 56 and 14 gives us 784. And know that 784 as a dimension will take us to value 786. Wonderful, beautiful. It is the domain which is going to be reached at, which is to be glimpsed, which is to be imbibed by the sadhakas who are fulfilled with intensity of virtue to be along the ancient wisdom research methodology phase 2 of the Braham Rishi Vyas Path. That means we have to be parallel to the reach range from value 6 to value 28. That means we have to begin with the Surya, with the sun, and we have to reach at Brahm, the eternity. It is this reach from Surya to Braham which is going to be the reach ultimately with 28 as a perfect number, with 1, 2, 4, 7 and 14 as the 5 proper perfect numbers, 5 proper divisors, while the 6 is having 3 proper divisors. So beautiful, we are in fact remaining within the transcendental domain. We know the transcendental domain is a 5-space domain. We know 5 space as a transcendental space is presided by the transcendental Lord. We know that the transcendental Lord is a 5-head Lord. We know that each head, each of the 5 heads, every head of Lord Shiva is equipped with the triple eyes. See, with the triple eyes of a single head of Lord Shiva, we are reaching at the domain of a Surya. However, when all the 5 heads are to be there for sustaining the existence of phenomenon of our solar universe, then it will be taking us to value 28, a value Braham, and this reach is going to be 786. Sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of virtue to be parallel to the ancient wisdom research methodology of phase 2 in continuity of phase 1 of the Brahma Rishi Vyas path shall sit comfortably and in a first phase to acquire enlightenment parallel to the enlightenment format of Creator the Supreme Lord Brahma, meditating within the cavity of one's own heart and sequentially having a reach up till a transcendental domain and then having a reach up till the origin of the transcendental domain. From here, when the transcendental domain of the transcendental Lord Shiva, transcendental Sun, Lord Skanda, transcendental Goddess Durga, this transcendental domain is taking us to the reservoir of the transcendental values at the origin of the transcendental domain, which of its own acquires the values of a self-referral domain. Here it would be blissful to take note that value 5 is having 2 plus 3 as a expression, and 2 multiplied by 3 is taking us to 6. It is where there is going to be superimposition of, say, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 into 4 is also 4, minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. This is happening, superimposition of addition and multiplication operations, as well as there is going to be superimposition of the orientations because of the creator space. As such, essentially, this entire phenomenon of the existence of our solar universe is happening within a creator space, force space, which here for our solar universe, for 6 space body, Sun as a 6 space body with 4 space in the role of a dimension. So the entire existence phenomenon of our solar universe is the phenomenon of the creator's space, a force space, but here playing the role of a dimension. Therefore, force space as a domain to force space as dimension amounts to transition and transformation for the static state force space body to a dynamic state force space body, and it is this static state body transition and transformation to dynamic state firstly is going to be along a linear progression of a line, one space in the role of a dimension, which will take us from value 4 to 5. However, when the spatial dimension will come into play, then it will take us from 4 space to a 6 space. These are the features, these are the values which are simultaneously at work in this format. So this format as such, the second phase of the enlightenment is a phase which is having very rich, very wide spectrum, and for this spectrum we will be sequentially reaching at how there are going to be a Vishnu Lok, there is going to be Jyoti manifestation, how there is going to be domain splits, how there is going to be synthesis of dimensions, how there is going to be transcendence from the dimensional frames within the dimensions, and how these dimensions are going to become manifested formats of the vowels and domains as going to be the Vyanjans. As therefore, this all phenomenon of the second phase as such is to be chased. Sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of virtue to be for the ancient wisdom research shall follow the ancient wisdom research methodology of Brahma Rishi Vyas path, which of its first phase is going to be of an enlightenment format parallel to the enlightenment path adopted by Lord Brahma, Creator, for attaining the enlightenment with the transcendental grace and having a reach up till the Vishnu Lok. And as a second step, in continuity of the first step, there is to be an enlightenment which will take us to Surya, Sun, our solar universe, as a six space content phenomenon. And this phenomenon as a starting point, with the Sun as a starting point, we have to reach at the Brahm, the eternity, and it is this reach of the domain from value 6 to value 28, from first perfect number to the second perfect number, that we will be face to face with the existence phenomenon of our solar universe as well as the existence phenomenon within our solar universe. Therefore, sadhakas fulfilled with the intensity of urge and having desire, anxiety and anxiety as to why the entire range of Vedic knowledge has not reached us, and as to how we can revive the entire range of Vedic knowledge, shall see that we have not to stop with the enlightenment of the first phase, which will be taking us only up till the origin of a 5 space, that is 6 space, but the beginning for the chase of the existence phenomenon of our solar universe as such is to begin with the Sun itself. Once we will be beginning with the Sun, Surya as our starting point, as a 6 space body, as a manifestation of a 6 space content, then naturally our anxiety is to be, our desire is to be, our urge has to be that we should reach up till its end value. Therefore, we have to start with the Sun and we have to reach at the creator of the Sun. We have to start from the existence phenomenon of a Sun, and then we have to reach at the eternity. That eternity which is manifesting itself as our Surya. So reach from earth to Sun is the first phase, and reach from Sun to eternity, the Brahm, is the second phase. Therefore, sadhakas fulfilled with the intensity of urge for being within the ancient wisdom research domain, they have to follow the ancient wisdom research methodology of the format of Braham Rishi Vyas path, which is going to be of a pair of phases. First phase is parallel to the enlightenment path of the Creator, Lord Brahma himself, and there is a reach for Lord Brahma to the Vishnu Lok. The second phase is the Vishnu Lok being the starting point, and we have to reach at the end value, which is going to be the Brahm, the eternity. So it is from value 6 to value 28. It is from Sun to Brahm. It is from first perfect number to the second perfect number. And this reach as such is naturally will elude each one of us, because we are not taking consciousness base to the transcendental base. Intelligence is to be provided a consciousness base, but we have not to stop there. The consciousness itself is to be fulfilled with the transcendental values. Therefore, at the first phase, we have to provide a consciousness base for the intelligence, and at the second phase, we have to provide the transcendental values for the consciousness base. It is only with the transcendental values fulfilled consciousness base of our intelligence that we will be in a position to glimpse the origin of the transcendental domain as a seat of a Vishnu Lok. And it is here where we will be parallel to the Vedic enlightenment of Maharishi Vyas, as that Lord Shiva meditates with the cavity of his own heart at a self-referral seat of Lord Vishnu, while Lord Vishnu meditates within the cavity of his own heart, where is a transcendental seat of Lord Shiva. Lord Vishnu meditating for the grace of a Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu meditating for the grace of Lord Shiva. It is this phenomenon, it is this two-way approach, it is this earth to sun and sun to earth, a format which is as such going to be the real format along which the sadhakas, Vedic research scholars, ancient wisdom chase seekers of knowledge have to approach, have to reach sequentially. What this format is ultimately going to be as values of numbers and as geometric formats, how it is going to be chased as a Sankhya Nishtha and as Yoga Nishtha, complementing and supplementing each other along the Sthapatya Upaved values of the Atharvaved, a Veda for reach at the Trividya of Rig Veda, Yajurveda and Samveda is going to be the challenge which will trying to be face to face with it in our next session as Ancient Wisdom Research Methodology 3 as a step in continuity of first two steps, which is going to be as a Sthapatya miring rod. So next step, Ancient Wisdom Research Methodology 3 is going to be a chase along the Sthapatya miring rod. Thank you very much.